Hi, I'm Patrick.
And I'm Liv.
And this is the Model Mach-E vlog. We are in a Model Y. We'll explain why. But we're going to take a little road trip to Las Vegas from Oceanside, California. So it's about 300 miles, I believe, each way. So
let's go.
Okay, we're going to do route planning. We have to meet a friend along the way. We decided to meet at a supercharger. He picked one, and I just realized after he picked it that it is a urban charger, but that's fine. We're going to probably stop, have coffee, say hello. We're at 88% or 89%, I'm sorry. And the supercharger is only 42 miles away. So I'm going to navigate just to that right now. I do want to point out that I did some navigation while I was sitting on the couch this morning while Liv was getting ready. And it was pretty interesting because I did the route planning in FordPass and I did the route planning in the Tesla app. So comparing our GT Performance Edition to this, just as a comparison in the navigation. And it was interesting because the Tesla navigation said we need 23 minutes of charging to get to Las Vegas, and our Mach-E in FordPass, it said it would need 35 minutes of charging. I believe it was 35 minutes. I took screenshots, so hopefully I still have those. I'll pop those up, or will pop those up if we still have those. But it is interesting considering that the Mach-E has quite a bit less range on the one that we have. It has 260 miles of range. I believe this is a dual motor Model Y. It's not performance, so it's just over 300 miles of range, supposedly. So we're going to test some of that stuff out, but we need to get on the road. As you can see, it's like 57 miles to where we're going. It says it will arrive at 61%, so we can plug in and charge there for a little bit. We want to stop at the Baker charging station. We're not trying to optimize our charging stops or whatever, because we really only need one big charge to get to Vegas. But we want to stop at Baker because we like Baker and they're doing some expansion there.
And we need to get more fancy ponies.
We need to get more fancy ponies. If you know the Mach-E vlog, we have fancy ponies and we get them at the Baker charging station. So let's get on the road. Quick and easy. It's only a 72 kilowatt, but that's fine. We're gonna go get some coffee, take our time. And we stopped here because we had to pick something up from a friend, so awesome.
Yay!
Yay, thank you so much.
Sure, no problem.
I'm so excited.
Okay,
Yay.
bye. No kidding. So let's get some coffee.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
Bye. Thank you. You did park a little crooked, huh?
I did. I need my 360 camera.
I know, you're pampered.
Oh, and we just finished.
How soon do the idle fees start?
I think we get 10 minutes.
Okay.
So we're just gonna unplug.
Schmack. Done. Let's go.
So I didn't check to see how much I got when we charged. I know we went from 63% up to 100%. We were jumping out to say hi to David really quickly. Didn't want to make him wait for us. But it was $11.44. I don't even know how much it was per kilowatt hour. This is just the most convenient. And of course, we wouldn't normally go up to 100%. If you're wondering why we did, it was because we went and got breakfast. And we got here literally as I was crossing the parking lot to come unplug, it said we hit 100%. And one of the great things, there's so many chargers here, I didn't have to worry about blocking somebody. There's still multiple open spots here. While I was inside, I recorded that it was like updating me on the app. You could see what it was doing. We got the notification on the phone when we hit 100%. But now what we want to do, we're going to play around with some navigation. First, I'm going to say to Las Vegas and see where it wants us to stop. But we want to force a stop in Baker. So right now it's saying we need to stop in Primm, Nevada at 15%, and then we can get into Vegas. Whoops. But Baker is, let's see, there it is. It's right there. So what we're going to do, instead of going to Primm, we want to stop in Baker. So we're going to remove all the charging stops. Actually, let me do this. And we'll just go to Baker Supercharger.
Now turn right onto Grand Oaks.
And the reason for that is we have like a supply of fancy ponies that we picked up at the Baker Supercharger, and we want to get more of those. We have a story behind that. If you know us, you know it. So it looks like it's 2 hours and 17 minutes. I'll probably have to go to the bathroom before that, but now we're ready to go.
Yay, let's go.
Oh, there's a Lexus RZ 450E. Pretty colors, bad EV.
What?
Mach-E.
Oh,
Right in front of us now.
I couldn't see. We are an hour and a half into our journey. We had a great stop for some coffee to meet with David. We were actually picking up a tiki mug that he kept for us because we celebrated my birthday with him at Disneyland. And speaking of Disneyland, that is sort of the center of why we are not in Blucifer Tucifer right now. We're in a Model Y because on a previous trip to Disneyland, Blucifer Tucifer got hit and run even. If you're interested in how that happened, we will link the video up in the eye or down below. So Blucifer Tucifer is in the hospital getting repaired as we speak. So we get to test drive a Model Y on a road trip that we've done before in Blucifer Tucifer. It's a really great opportunity.
Yeah, we're sort of making lemonade out of lemons. The car's in the repair shop. We can pick it up on Monday morning, apparently. So this just gives us an opportunity to try out a Model Y. We had one way long ago. So like this is a 2022 Model Y, dual motor. Get to take it on a road trip, use the supercharger network like we just did, which is coming to the Mach-E. Although that one that we stopped at, you won't be able to use with the Mach-E. So, but it's just sort of fun to give another EV a try. We like to try a lot of EVs. We have tried a lot of EVs. In fact, when we get back, we're going to have a Genesis
GV70 electrified.
GV70 electrified SUV
So excited.
for a week to play with.
So this is such a cool trip, especially because we are heading right now for the Baker charging station. And Baker, I don't know, it always feels like this amazing conglomeration of EVs because there's a ton of Teslas, superchargers there. I don't know, how many?
40, but I believe they're putting in like 40 more.
It's crazy. And there are a ton of Electrify America. They expanded those last year and upgraded them. There's also an EVgo.
There's an EVgo
down
and a
the
charge
road.
point.
And a charge point. The EVgo is actually underneath the world's largest thermometer. So if you want to do some sightseeing and charge at the same time, there's only like 2 chargers or something there. But the Baker charger station is where we found the fancy pony. Hold for a moment. The fancy pony. And we are running low. It's been a busy couple months since we got like 3 bags.
Yeah, very busy. Detroit, New York, and we haven't had our own meetup.
We have. Yeah, we had our own meetup. I didn't bring fancy ponies that time. I don't know. We had a lot of opportunities to give away fancy ponies to other Mach-E owners. So hopefully we're going to replenish these in Baker if they still have them. Haven't seen them in a year.
By the way, we're planning on doing other videos other than the road trip video, but I wanted to comment on that, or to review AutoPilot. Somebody sort of cut us off, handled it very smoothly. So our idea is like, we're just going to do like a normal road trip video. We like doing these in our Mach-E, just to be like, you can take road trips in an EV. We're not going to make a lot of comparisons, although naturally we will be comparing it to the Mach-E as we go along. In this video, our plan / goal is to also do one that's specifically like review / comparison Model Y to Mach-E, and we'll probably do one sort of reviewing AutoPilot and comparing it to Blue Cruise. So look for those other videos. Those actually should probably be out first because they're a lot easier to edit, I hope.
Yeah, I hope too. Either way, we're going to have a great time with this car and maybe enjoy some of the scenery now. All right, we have 47 minutes until Baker. I'm doing well. I thought I'd need to stop sooner. How are you?
Well, I'm in AutoPilot jail.
Oh, yeah. So what happened?
I guess it was warning me to put my hand on the steering wheel, which, to be honest, it has pretty much 100% been on the steering wheel. And I don't want to get into it too much, but basically it's like you have to have a light touch so that it like recognizes that you are holding onto the steering wheel. And if you give it too much of a touch, it pops out of AutoPilot. So it's like this delicate balance. If it's too light, it doesn't register it. If it's too strong, it pops you out. Well, apparently I wasn't paying attention. I was, watching the road. And because the warning is down over here, I didn't notice it telling me to put more torque on the steering wheel.
And when you say here, you mean
on the main screen,
not having an instrument cluster.
Yeah. So it like, whoops, trying to get my blinker on, it didn't go on. So basically it made a big loud flashing noise, and I was like, oh, sorry, like I didn't realize. But the bad part is like it said you can't use AutoPilot for the rest of this drive. So I could pull over, stop, and then get back on, but I'm like, it's not that big of a deal. But it was frustrating, and I don't know, like one of the advantages, I guess, of having a hands-free system like with Blue Cruise is like I don't generally have to worry about that. I just have to watch the road, which is what I was doing. But it also goes back to having the warnings over here are less obvious than having one here. And then the fact, it just seemed like it should give me like an audible warning.
Yeah.
That's not like, now you're in jail.
It was very loud and very sudden. So the warning was like, when it was like, you did the bad thing and now you penalized, it was very notable. It was really loud. So maybe like a half that of some kind of warning beforehand. And I'm sure this is something that we could get used to, or if we were Tesla owners, whatever. But like, this is a Hertz Tesla. So I am curious, like how often things like that happen to other people in this car or others like it who are just popping in.
And it's, we have a lot of Tesla friends, and we've noticed that they sort of just blah, 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 blah. They talk just almost like it's a hands-free. They go like that, that. And it's really interesting to watch how they handle AutoPilot. I generally just like have my hand resting on it, but it's a very light touch. And some systems, like with Super Cruise, it's a capacitive touch. So it's like, as long as it feels like your hand on there with the capacitive sensors, then you're fine. With the Mach-E, of course, it's doing like the eye tracking, but when it does, once your in hands-on mode, you have to put a little bit of torque. And this, again, comes back to a little bit of a difference where, like the Mach-E, I can nudge Blue Cruise or hands-on intelligent cruise control, slightly left or right. With AutoPilot, if I try to nudge it, it tends to pop out of AutoPilot. So, but otherwise, the drive's going great. I'm not worried at all about efficiency or anything. And that would be the same as if we were in the Mach-E, because we're going to go into Baker with what percent?
43%.
43%. Yeah.
Yeah.
And with the Mach-E, it may be slightly less, slightly more, whatever. We wouldn't have been charging the same spots, so direct comparisons aren't applicable. But
I'm missing, and this is not related to Tesla necessarily, I'm missing the tinted front windows. We didn't have that on our first edition. We got it before we even picked up our GTPE, and I'm so happy we did. So great, because it's very bright. I actually have the mirror thing. By the way, I do like that this is magnetic, so it doesn't clip in, it's magnetic, so it's easy to pop in and out. I guess it's just a subtle thing. It's funny because it's quite an ergonomic control to be able to just tap it and it magnetizes, but there are a lot of things about the Tesla that are not ergonomic, so I think that's kind of funny. But I really like this one. This is cool. So, oh my gosh, why are we going to Vegas? Why are we going, Patrick? Why?
we are going, so it's the third annual Mach-E meetup, which they're getting later and later in the year.
Thank goodness.
So the first one, we were literally just passing through Vegas on the way to visit family in San Diego before we moved out here. And we sort of put out word like that day, like anybody want to do a meetup? And we had like one person show up.
Kevin, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was at the Area 15/Meow Wolf parking lot. So that was June, July. It was June of
So
2021. Last year we were coming back through again. I think it was Labor Day, and we worked with Corey Medina, and to have get the word out. He works for a Ford dealer in Vegas, Team Ford Lincoln, I believe it's called, and he helped get the word out, and we had 18 Mach-E's. I think that was our biggest meetup at the time, and it was 110 degrees, very, very hot.
So hot.
So Corey was like, let's do it again this year on Labor Day, and then was like, you know what, let's bump it back because it's so freaking hot around the beginning of September, and offered up, let's do it in October. We figured out which weekend we could make it up. So Corey invited us to come up, wanted to make sure that it worked into our schedule, so that's why we're going up, and we're really excited to be working with him. We're
collaborating with him.
Haven't done any business with Corey, but he seems like a top-notch salesman at Team Ford. And
wasn't he at the first event? The first one? It was him and Kevin?
No, it was just Kevin.
Yeah, if you're on Mustang Mach-E Nation and all the other Facebook groups, Corey's super active on there. He sells Mach-E's, but he also seems to actually still interact with the customers. So if you're in the area, we have no affiliation, no monetary gain. But if you're in the area and you're looking for a Mach-E dealer or whatever who will stay with you and keep helping you out, it seems like his jam, which is why hopefully the meetup's going to be awesome.
Yeah, and it's cool. Corey is just a good guy.
Yeah.
Nice to get to know him over the past couple of years, mostly online, but at our meetup. So we're excited to see him, hang out with him, and hopefully Kevin can make it again. He's also a very nice dude. Met his family. They've visited Oceanside, and we did lunch or dinner down there as well. So we love doing these meetups. We're launching something in Vegas. I can tell you now because this will be after Vegas, but we're launching the Mustang Mach-E Club of America. We've sort of had Mach-E.org, Mach-E.org for a while, and been trying to do different things with it. But I think we need a national Mustang Mach-E Club, so we'll put a link down below to that. The whole idea is we're going to try to get everybody, get your information collected, not to sell you anything, but only to keep you up to date on Mach-E stuff going on, connect you with other people in your community, help with the formation of local chapters, help with the setup of meetups. So that's what we're going to be sort of launching at this Vegas meetup, and I'm excited, and hopefully this becomes a thing.
I'm excited too, and it's been really sweet because this has been Patrick's passion project. The whole time that we've been making these videos and stuff is we've loved the community that's grown around us, and we love having meetups and coming together as a community. So I know he's been trying to evolve the group around this, and I'm so psyched for Mustang Mach-E Clubs of America. That's it, right?
Mustang Mach-E Club. And we can shorten it to just Mach-E Club of America. But I do like saying Mustang.
Mach-E.
And like we have a shirt now,
shirt.
and we may tweak it, but it's like, it's a Mustang, and it has a picture of our Lucifer Tucifer on it.
It is.
So, it's a Mustang, so get over it if you don't think it is, because that ship has sailed, or that horse has left the stable.
Yeah, exactly. And now we're on our way to Baker, where we will hopefully replenish our fancy ponies and our caffeine coffers.
Well, hopefully I get out of AutoPilot jail.
And get out of AutoPilot jail, and that's it. I hope it's not too hot there. 86 degrees right now.
It's going to be like 90. It's not. The last time we were there, it was 111. So better than that. I think it was 111.
Yeah, it was toasty.
Okay, onward.
Onward! Space White. This is so weird.
The lightning.
I'm gonna have to fancy pony in a Tesla. We're here! Oh my goodness, it's so busy. Rapid Red, Space White, and so many Teslas.
Yeah.
So many Teslas. Hey, we got space. We're good. Ooh, we got lots. Dang, they even have a handicap one. Oh, these are down.
These are
getting built.
Those are the new ones.
All right. It's cool. They got a lot. We have arrived in Baker, and we are going to
turn the fan down. We're going to check trips. So since we left Corona, we've driven 152 miles, 275 watt hours per mile. I'll have to translate that to miles per kilowatt hour. We used 42 kilowatt hours. And again, I didn't hit start on trip A, I think for the first 23 miles, so we can figure that out. But you can see 271, 275. The only reason that there'd probably be a slight higher amount is we had some elevation change, but we also had higher speeds, I believe. So let's go charge. Before we do that, let's say, like, if we're going to Las Vegas, it is, let's see, 94 miles. It says that we only need to charge for like 5 minutes, that we roll into Vegas at 1%. We are not going to do that. We're going to charge, we're not going to charge up to 100% again, but we will probably go to the bathroom, definitely. And then we may go see Mach-E.
I got some fancy ponies to give out. I've got new fancy ponies to pick up, I hope.
We hope. So let's go plug in. I have to admit, I could get used to this. See?
Still, it is
so many
really
issues,
cool.
right?
It's a light cable.
And it's flashing. And are we charging? It hasn't come on the screen that we're charging yet. Now it's charging.
When we were at the other charger earlier, some guy parked next to us plugged his car in and walked away immediately. And it's definitely an unfamiliar thing to do for us, the CCS network. So Patrick's checking because that is what we do. But hopefully we'll get used to a point in time where you just plug in and you walk away. But we don't do that.
And it's charging at 143 kilowatts.
Nice.
We're at 40%. We pulled in at 39, and it says charge only to 80%. I'm just going to leave it to 100 because we're just going to go to the bathroom, come back. We shouldn't get anywhere close to that.
And if we get distracted, it's because we're having a great time.
So these are all version 2 superchargers, but over here behind us, you can see they're doing a massive expansion to version 3. So these will, I think, stay at version 2, but we'll have a bunch of version 3s, which is great because when the Mach-E and other EVs are able to use an adapter, we won't be able to use it on version 2, but it looks like it's going to be version 3s that we'll be able to use. So very cool. And Liv noticed immediately there's a handicap stall on the very end here. It looks like there's like one on the end of each of those rows.
It's just 2, but that's still cool.
2 or 3, because I think there's one there as well.
Oh, nice. On
So
the other side.
that's really
Yeah.
cool. I don't know if there's any here. And then the famous, EA Baker station is behind us, and of course we have the variety of EVs over there.
And always pick up your trash at charging stations.
Yeah.
Don't leave it lying around.
We got a Polestar, we got an Audi, Genesis.
I want to go
Mach-E,
catch
Bolt.
the 2 Mach-E's before they go.
Should we go do that first?
Yeah,
Okay.
let's go. Here's that gorgeous ice blue in the Bolt. I don't think it's called ice blue, but
Are
it
there
just
2
looks so
Mach-E's?
pretty. Let's get in the shade. Isn't that pretty?
Yes.
Sky blue. Ioniq 5, Kia V6. This is a great spread. Old school Kia, Space White Mach-E. Yes. Hi. I just wanted to give you a little pony to say I like your pony.
Oh, okay.
Your Mach-E is beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Does it have a name?
No,
No? You
No.
want one?
no.
You should do it. No. How do you like it?
I like it.
Yeah?
It's good.
Awesome.
Enjoy it.
Cool.
Thank you.
Now you have a fancy pony. Grabber blue. It's a Mustang. It's not a Mustang. Five bags. Yes.
5 bags.
You don't have a mic on, but I do.
Oh, I turned mine off.
That's
5
okay.
bags. I'm going to go to get the line for the bathroom.
I'm gonna get all of these. Yes.
One thing I didn't think about, it's like we don't really know the car that we're in because we're just, renting it. But it's like there's a lot of similar Teslas out here. I should have made note which one was ours. But luckily, I know it was down here. It's this one. It's the black one. But there's a lot. Everybody looks the same versus going over there. Let's go ahead. I think we're at about 70-something%. Took a while for our phone as a key to work.
Hula hoop.
Tuck those away. You want the hula hoop?
Yeah.
Well, we're ready to go, but if you insist.
You must do it.
It'll be a simulation.
Okay. Warning, you might puke.
All right. So Liv is hula hooping. This is
It's weird
for
to have
tradition.
the hood. Whoop!
As we were getting into the store, it said we had enough charge to make it to Vegas. We weren't in too long. We're at 74% now. So we'll give her 30 seconds maybe, and then we'll say let's go. I can't see your eyes.
It was getting in the way of the hoop, but yeah, that's better.
All right, everybody's bored with the hula hooping. They're giving it a video, a thumbs down. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Thumbs
Don't do
up,
it. Go
thumbs
hoop.
up.
And a hula hoop fits in the trunk. That's actually pretty good
Yeah, that's good.
because everyone has.
Let's
a
see what
hula
it
hoop.
says on the screen. It says we're at 78% and we are charging at 61 kilowatts, which is interesting. Not to compare it to the Mach-E, but the Mach-E would probably be doing about 79% at this point, maybe 70. So anyways, we just hit the button. Ooh, that's getting warm.
I want to touch.
Not too bad.
Not too bad. I'm glad this thing is in the shade considering how hot it is here. That would be warm.
All right.
Schmuck.
I do like the automated
Love it.
charge port door, but
And I love that it's on top.
yeah, because that's one of the things. Like if you are plugging in from the front and your charge port door opens that way, it can be.
You could damage it.
Yeah, some people have done that. Like they've unplugged and accidentally knocked it. But you want it to open that way so that the airflow will hopefully keep it closed. Because like if it opens up.
I think my favorite is still the Rivian, but this is nice.
Rivian is nice.
Yeah. All right, let's
get
going. One of my least favorite things.
Okay, just to get to Vegas in general, we'll probably like reroute once we get closer and figure out where we want to go. But it says we'll arrive with about 40% battery. It's an hour and 24 minutes. So very easy drive. Hopefully I'm not in autopilot jail. If I am, I'll cry. No, it's not that big of a deal either way. But I think we're ready to get on the road. Oh, should I reset a trip?
I think so.
Just in case I forget.
Oh, did you do a charging summary? Does that count?
Well, the charging summary, so like it says, okay, so this last one is $11.02. I think in the app, I think this is what I figured out is like, where's charging on here? Charging icon. 29 kilowatt hours added. So it's rounding, which is fine, but I wish I had the precise numbers. Maybe I can get that. I'm sure like if I had a Tesla and had some of the other apps that you can have that, but 29 kilowatt hours, $11.02. And then what else? Oh, it's going to reset the trips. So trip A is our overall trip. I should be able to just use current drive, but let's go ahead and just reset trip B. And then that way, if I forget to do something, it'll be all good. So trip A is for the whole day, minus 23 miles short 23 miles. And then trip B will be from here to Vegas. And I think that's it. Let's go.
I quite like the trips. Like how it looks. It's quite nice.
It's a little bit concise and easy. It's not that, I like that the Mach-E, it's sort of like an app that you can hit like the whole thing and it takes over the screen and shows you like where your energy usage went. Here, there's a way to do energy usage, but I forget.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. This is missing that, huh?
Yeah, no, there's a way somewhere. So I forgot there's like an app store down here and I found it. So it's also moved that icon down here that's for energy. And it's showing that we consume 60% of our battery just over to get here from Corona. 54.5% of our battery was for driving. I wish it was like percent of just that drive. So this makes it a little bit odd. 3.9% of our battery is used for climate. 0.2% for battery conditioning. Just before we got here, it did announce that it was doing some battery preconditioning. I love that. 0.4% for elevation and 1.4% for everything else. So I'm assuming that's like charging and running the screen and stuff.
Like it says everything else.
Everything else. Range tips, stay below 70 would have saved about 5%. And going uphill cost 14.6% and going downhill save 14.0%. So we went up and over a hill. See if we can get this one. I'm gonna get it back up to the speed.
We don't have mics on, but
no.
And the truck's moving over.
It
So
was bad. Every single time, and then yep, we did it again.
All right.
We keep getting phantom braking. We're going to see if this one does again. Yep, or phantom braking, and that one wasn't bad. Only slowed down 3 miles an hour. Nope, 4, 5, and then will we speed back up? And now we're speeding back up. So it just seems like every time we pass one of these trucks, I think it's seeing this shadow and thinking that it needs to slow down for it. So we're going back up to 75. Here comes another one. And we're going to probably have to use this video in both. And I'm trying not to touch the accelerator or anything to throw this off. But here we come again. Let's see if it does it again. This truck is going a little bit faster, so maybe it won't trigger it. But that was the fourth time it's slowed down. The first time it slowed down to like 67. And this one is fine. So good. The first time it slowed from 75 down to 67. The next couple of times it slowed from like 75 down to 70, which doesn't sound like a huge deal, but it makes me wonder what the person behind me is thinking. So quick update on AutoPilot that we'll probably use in both our videos. And then here comes a truck in front of us, so we got to do a lane change. And I need to turn the AC back on.
It is very, very toasty.
Yeah.
Well, that was a good charging stop, as per usual, really. I like Baker.
Except for the bathrooms.
The bathrooms are terrible.
And
Yeah,
the men's
fair.
like was mostly out of order, so rate your bathroom. Fair.
Yeah.
And I heard rumors that Tesla might be building some bathrooms in conjunction with their supercharger upgrade, which would be really cool. Thank you if they do.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you if we can use that V3 station. Although I was looking at the layout of the way they built that one, and if the cables are still short, that's going to be a difficult one to use.
Because they're at the front.
It is really nice. Like we've used that EA station numerous times, and because there's so many stalls there, it feels like we don't have to worry about it as much as like some other stations that only have like 4 stalls. But you can see, today it was getting quite busy on the EA side. And even though the Tesla side is busy, they're getting ready to vastly expand it. And there was a lot of open stalls. So I'm looking forward to at least having the option. Previously, our option was to go down the street to EVgo. And of course, it's always neat. Like, we haven't fast charged or supercharged a lot, but it is cool. Just like you plug in and you're pretty much know what's going to work. And I have that like anxiety of like, I can't see, is it charging? But it is.
Yeah, and it's fun watching Tesla people because they do seem to just plug in and walk away. And as CCS chargers people, we just plug in and then check always. So
yeah, it's sort of like, to me, it's like the difference. Like if you plug in a light and the light comes on, you're like, cool, I'm good.
yeah,
You plug it in and you walk away. Or like if you plug in something like a smart speaker, you're like, you gotta wait and let it like do its thing, and you're like, oh, okay, now it's working. That's the way EA is. Like you gotta make sure it's working before you walk away.
you do. Now, by that same token, that's a saying, right? Sounded weird. But anyways, we actually haven't had problems at that Electrify America before. We pulled up and charged before. Before it was upgraded, there were 2 50 kilowatt chargers, I think.
No, they were all 50 kilowatts except for 2 150s.
Except for 2 150s.
Now
yeah.
they're all 150s. Even though they look like the 350 stations, they're 150s because they're having trouble getting power out there apparently.
So that's not totally fab. There was an Ioniq 5 charging there that could have used a 350. So that's definitely not optimal, but in a car that maxes out around the max of 150 anyways, we haven't actually had issues there.
Yeah, that's like one of the ones that we are like, we just sort of count on. It's going to be good to go. Some of these others, oops, that was me.
Oh, okay.
I forgot I didn't have AutoPilot on. There we go. I'm out of AutoPilot jail, so that's a good thing. So that's, we just had that little segment there talking about the phantom braking. And I've heard other people had it like way more significant, where it drops from like 80 miles an hour down to 50, which I wouldn't let it go that far if I, excuse me, was was really worried about it.
Yeah, if we were in heavy traffic or anything, that would be extremely dangerous. Even what it did, which was almost 10 miles an hour drop in like the space of one truck. Basically, like it saw the shadow and was like, ah!
Yeah.
But, by the way, Fancy Ponies replenished.
Yeah.
I'm very excited. I got 7 bags.
That's very cool.
Yes.
And I sort of chuckled when she first got them. Like these pink and purple little plastic ponies. But I think it's a cool little thing that's sort of spread just with us. Like, but people are becoming aware of them. If you know any other source where we can get those, Liv has searched high and low.
Yeah.
From China to Walmart to wherever. And we haven't found anything comparable. And we sort of have to do something relatively cheap.
Yeah, because you just give them out randomly. But I love seeing what other people give out. Ashley with the Mustang Mach-E Girls Club, she has little packets. I know I've seen other people do cool things. It's just so fun that there's a community around the Mach-E that's excited enough about their cars to give out Fancy Ponies. The guy that I gave the Fancy Pony to at Baker, I don't think he was as excited to receive it as I was to give it, but it was still fun to give it. So he was like, oh, cool.
That's the case. A
It's
lot of times.
But it's always fun to give it. So now we have 58 minutes until Vegas,
Wow.
which is crazy. I know. This is now our new New Mexico, because from Colorado, New Mexico, or Santa Fe, is the same distance as Vegas is from San Diego. So
Actually a little bit shorter.
a little
even.
shorter,
Yeah, normally like when we're going from San Diego area to Vegas, we then have another 750 miles to go. So it's sort of wild to us. Like I've been like feeling like I'm in a rush.
Yeah.
So it's like, come on, let's go. We got a long way to go. And I want to charge a lot because we're not just going to Vegas, we're going way past it.
Normally.
So it's sort of fun. There's a Mach-E on the other side.
Space White.
So it's like a different way about road tripping, and going back to the purpose of this like video is just sort of like road tripping in the Mach-E versus Model Y. Versus really any electric car, almost any. A lot of them are fairly decent at doing this type of road trip. It's, a quick weekend getaway, 1/2 charging stops, even if you're going to take a while. Like even if we were in a Bolt, and we met a couple of people. I think last time we were coming to Vegas, we met a guy with a Bolt that was on his way to Vegas in a Bolt.
Oh, and he was delighted. Now, I remember that guy because we met him at one of the Walmart charging stations.
Mm-hmm.
Baker is so nice because it's so big and it's very much dedicated to replenishing your vehicles. So there's gas stations, there's Supercharger, and there's Electrify America. So it feels like charging is the focus. It's very easy to zip in, get going, and then your secondary things like restroom and food are secondary. So I feel like I like that more now as opposed to the Walmart chargers, because you go there and the charging is secondary to what everyone else is doing there. So sometimes you have to prepare yourself for a little more fuss. Like there could be more people, more carts, more people charging that aren't road tripping. They're doing their grocery shopping and charging.
It depends on the Walmart. Like the one at Hesperia, for example, is very like close to where people want to park, so there's a lot of shopping carts there. It's also the EA station, the stalls are angled, so depending on like where the charge port is and which stall you're trying to use, sometimes you have to back into an angled spot, which will confuse the heck out of people when you're like, let me go the wrong way and then back in and all this other stuff. So,
and there's always people coming into the lane. But anyways, we're going to enjoy more of this deserty scenery and make our way to Vegas.
Yeah,
let's go.
Welcome to Nevada. Just
Did I?
no, you got it. But I was like, you're the one that normally catches down.
I was looking at the other side. Good job. You sign cheered.
Well,
We have switched to phones.
we switched to phone. We had a GoPro error, and we're in traffic. My plan was to stop navigating to Vegas and navigate to the Sphere because we want to check that out. But I'm not sure if we were going to go do that or not. But I can go ahead and give you like some of our trip summary.
So we'll flip around.
So our current drive / time since last charge was 86 miles, used 29 kilowatt hours, 338 watt hours per mile. So that's a bit higher. And whatever EV or car you're in, that climb plus using climate control will do that. Let's see, we are down to 36% battery, so we don't need to charge in a rush or anything. But we will charge sometime this evening. I don't even know. I know the Ford dealers in Northwest Nevada, Las Vegas. So we're not in a hurry. Should we go to the Sphere?
Yeah.
Just because we're in traffic anyways?
Yeah. So Patrick stopped navigating because we were pretty much 2 miles to our destination.
To the exit. So
To
I was
the
like, let's
exit,
just go,
yeah.
whatever. I should have followed that. So I also did voice navigation. So let's just show you, voice navigation works pretty well. Navigate to the Sphere in Las Vegas. Oops, it said the Sphere. Oh, I figured it out though.
Drive north on Interstate 15 north for 1.6
And it-
miles.
Added it to the route. Or it created the route.
It created the
Okay.
route. The reason before is we were going to Vegas and it was do you want to add this as a stop or replace it?
So basically, he did the same thing when he was navigating to here.
To nothing.
To nothing. And it just popped up. Oh, you were navigating to here. And it just popped up as an option with a little map button.
No. Oh, yeah.
And a plus. So not having any familiarity, there were no voice prompts. Like with the Mach-E, you get a voice prompt.
Yeah, it'll say, do you want to add it or whatever. But,
Yeah.
anyways, we got to get off of here. We won't bore you guys with traffic, but look around. There's the new Raiders football stadium. We normally would go past and see Area 15 / Meow Wolf, but
Mandalay Bay.
I need to try to work my way over and get off. It says 1 mile, so I got 1 mile, 1.4 miles. So we got a lot of boringness to deal with.
The Sphere. Dun 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 dun. Covered by bushes.
And this is for the F1 race.
Ooh,
all the box
dang.
seats.
No way.
Yeah.
That's considerable. And there's the Sphere. When we were here for CES, they were still building it, and we
that's the
stayed
hotel
here.
we were in.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
You could see the Sphere from our room, and it was just this big black circle.
It's not as
Patrick-
impressive in the daytime.
in the daytime, no, not compared to what we've seen, but it's still cooler than when it was a big black blob.
Oh,
Hello?
wow. Now it's like cooler in the non-sun.
I know.
Sunshine.
Sunshine. I can't wait. What is it? Hello from Earth? I can't wait to see this at night.
Yeah.
Ah, bubbly.
And there's the seats for the
bubbly,
F1.
bubbly. Where?
The
Oh,
T-Mobile,
cool. Oh, wow. F1 next to this is going to be crazy. I wonder if they could have a play-by-play on the Sphere.
They'll probably, yeah. Well, they're gonna. So the F1 race is gonna be at night.
Oh.
Yeah,
When is it?
I think November.
Is it sold out?
Oh,
Yes.
gee.
Is it millions? Do we know anyone?
It's absolutely crazy how expensive it is.
We've decided we're going to charge later because it's cheaper. And Patrick had a great point. We want to see what the sphere looks like at night.
Yeah, we're going to go down the strip, see the sphere at night. So
Yeah.
make a better video for you guys. That's the only reason.
If you're interested, if you want to see the sphere, put a little globe in the bottom, in the comments, in the bottom. What you doing?
We're going to navigate to the hotel now.
That would be smart. Let's go.
Navigate to Spring Hill Suites. Oh, it's not pointing north. We want C.
Ooh.
Now turn left onto Cambridge Street.
Okay.
21 minutes.
Cool.
I think we're right by the EA station.
Oh, the one we've charged at?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, the one we raced to that one morning?
Mm-hmm.
And there's the Spring Hill
Now your
Suites.
destination is on the right.
All right, let's do a trip summary and all that.
Okay.
We have officially arrived.
Liv said we should do another trip summary, so that's what we're going to do.
Because if we're tripping, we're done adventuring and we're at our location.
So 290 miles plus 23, I can do that one.
Mm-hmm.
313. I'll see if I can figure out like how much energy we use, but
Shall
it's
we
not much.
look at the photo real quick?
It's okay. I'll add it in. We'll do all that, but overall, easy trip. Total time. Does it say time for that trip? No, it does not. What time did we? Oh, we left at 8 o'clock this morning. So, 6.5 hours.
We spent about an hour having coffee, about 35 minutes.
Yeah,
30
something like that.
minutes at Baker.
Not even. I don't even think it goes that long. I'll see if we can figure out those times as well, just because I'm curious to see how
So
long.
making you edit.
I think it would have been almost identical doing this in the Mach-E because of just the way that we did it. This just has just over 300 miles of range. Our GT Performance Edition has 260. So if we would have been in like a California Route 1, it would have been slightly better even, I believe. So very interesting. Easy, comfortable road tripping. Again, like with any EV, I do have some issues. I don't like AutoPilot as much as Blue Cruise. We'll do a comparison video on that. The seats are a bit warmer in here, and the AC, I had to crank it down to 61 to get it to cool off, and now even at 66 it's a little bit warm, but that's just so the fan doesn't blow too much while we're trying to record. But what do you think?
Comfortable. It's a nice road trip distance also. I don't know about you guys, but 5-6 hours feels like a great amount of time to road trip. We stopped twice, which was a luxury. We could have stopped once, right?
Yeah. Well, our friend Talik / Charge Positive, he has a Model Y, and I asked him, I was like, where do you stop? And he said he usually does 2 stops, and it's just same reason as us. He's not trying to optimize and get the most efficient way of doing it. He's mostly just looking at it as
it's gonna
it's
get warm
noisy.
fast.
It's gonna get warm quick. But that's just sort of where he wants to stop. And
I need to stretch my legs. I definitely could have used a longer stop even.
I'm ready to stretch my legs so much right now.
Yeah.
And we can do those long road trips, but right now, being out of the habit, it's it feels like it's been a long stretch.
But this was nice in a Tesla. It's nice in a Mach-E. I think it's equal. The tinting You need tinting on the front windows. It makes so much difference, especially when you're
The
going
front side windows.
the
not,
front side windows.
Some
Yeah.
people tint the front windshield.
Don't do that. Yeah.
That's not legal in almost anywhere. The front side windows is technically not legal in California.
I know, but I'm sorry, it's so much better. It's very warm. I do notice that the Model Y is warmer than the Mach-E. I will tilt a little, sorry, because the dash is more exposed. It feels I don't know why.
I think we said last time it felt like there was a lot more heat coming in from the front windshield. The Mach-E does have a infrared reduction coating on the front windshield on some of the models, not all. I believe GT and of course Premium have it.
It could be because the front side windows, whatever, are not tinted. But I do feel like a lot more heat comes from the front.
I feel like something's radiating here, but we did have the cool air.
But it wasn't bad. We probably should have tested out the music. So we're not done with this road trip.
No, we got to get back, of course.
Well, no, and also we want to show you the sphere. So I think we will test out the music, which we obviously can't show you unless we play YouTube music. But then still, we'll test it out, let you know what we think. We'll show you the sphere.
Yeah,
the strip,
and so far, just the couple of days that we've had it for like 4 days. Sound system sounds great. It's a little bass heavy, which some people really, really want that. I tend to like that, but I thought it was almost a little bit too much because I couldn't hear the lyrics. But I adjusted it, and it sounds excellent, like excellent. I think it's better than the Mach-E for like loud booming. The Mach-E has a subwoofer, but it's not that strong.
Yeah, it's so warm now.
Pluses and minuses. We need to go check in.
Yeah.
And then we'll take a little bit of a break, and then we'll go visit the sphere. We might go get dinner. We'll see.
We'll take you along for the ride. Let's go. We have seen glimpses of it. It looks crazy.
It looks big, and I hope it's not just a billboard when we go by it. I want it to be a smiley face or something.
Oh, yeah. And I assume you'll go by as slowly as possible, like everyone else, I'm sure.
Yeah, I wonder how they're managing traffic.
Yeah. It must be crazy. We'll find out. Ooh. Maybe we'll be stuck there for hours. There it is. Glowing in front of us. What is that? There's got to be like 10 accidents an hour. Oh, they're growing. Now it's a child. It's a little strange to watch. Imagine if we had that hotel room we had before. It's probably $1,000 a night. Wow. Ooh, what's happening? Ooh, it's out. It disappeared. Wow. Whoa. I mean, it looks fine. It just looks Dodge, doesn't it?
I didn't see it because I...
In 100 feet, turn right. Then your destination.
Oh, it's at the service center.
Now turn
Yeah.
right.
This
Now
is
your
a
destination
supercharger?
is on right.
Yeah, it's right here.
Oh, okay. Ooh, that looks sweet.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
Okay, I'm going to plug in.
And what do we have here? We're at 18%.
That should be it.
Nice, quick, and easy. The screen changed while you're plugging in. So we arrived at 18%.
And 209, 233,
Nice.
250, 251. It's the highest I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's really, really high. I'm trying to make it focus better, but that's pretty great. It's 50 minutes remaining to 100%.
Yeah, it'll slow down. That's
Yeah, no, of course it'll slow down, but like that still seems quite long.
the time will get. Yeah, so
If we set it. Yeah.
this is nice. I mean, it's already slowing down. I mean, it's just like a very quick peak like that, but 225 right now, 221. I mean, even though it's going down steadily pretty quickly, I mean, that's a pretty nice peak. Already added 3 kilowatt hours. I'm not sure how far we'll go up. We'll have to charge after the, to get home or whatever. So it's like, who knows?
After the meetup tomorrow, we have to charge before we drive back to San Diego.
Yeah, I mean, we could charge. I mean, we'll want to get up decently high tomorrow before we head out so that we can stop in Baker or somewhere.
Yeah. Okay, we're lazy filming here. I'm literally just sitting in the car. This is the best wrap I've ever seen.
It's pretty nice.
It's amazing. It looks so good. It's like a pink, purple, blue cloud sunset pearlescent. It looks so awesome. I don't know. If someone can identify what this is, I think this is what we have to do to the Leaf.
It's just you and your Leaf.
What? Doesn't this look so good? Patrick is hiding to try and make sure he's in the light.
See, like, there we go.
When we were talking with Corey, my face was in the shadow. It looked weird. So now you're in the shadow. It does look really weird, though.
I have like a...
You have like a Pac-Man mouth.
We are going to try to wrap this video up.
Yeah.
We're going to charge to some number and then
Whichever.
head back to the hotel. It's still charging 164 kilowatts, which is about what the Mach-E will peak at. We've been charging for just a couple of minutes.
We're already at 33%.
Already at 33%. So anyways, it is 10:07. We were just sort of figuring we probably need to get up at like 6-ish.
15, 30, I don't know.
To get prepared for tomorrow.
Yeah. I'm so excited. I hope it's a good turnout.
Yeah. But today was a fun day. Pretty easy driving, lots of fun. I'm glad we got to stop and see the Sphere. Got to have dinner with Corey.
Yeah.
I wanted to see some other cool stuff. We saw the baby, which was cool, but I wanted a smiley face. I was really disappointed.
The little bit where we saw like flames and stuff like that, I thought were really cool. It actually looked cooler than I thought it would in person. I mean, I thought it would look cool, but it was really cool. It does make me want to go see it, but not for $160 or whatever.
Yeah, we looked because there's like U2 tickets and other concerts are going to be coming there. I'm sure that'll probably be pricey, but they do have like a demo expo type thing.
Oh, yeah, like wildlife or whatever.
And I think we can come see that, but like if I'm like, give it a few months or whatever, maybe we'll get some Groupons or something like that because it's like $150.
Can I hand you the camera?
Are you getting tired?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. We're going to keep our rolling and try to wrap it up.
Yay.
But yeah.
Do we put stats from the whole trip?
I think we did that with the wrap up.
Okay,
yeah, this driving around doesn't count. Like that's just city driving.
Overall, yes.
And when you really don't care. A couple of things I do want to note about the charging, since this is the road trip video. So it's really funny that the hotel is like next door to an EA charger. And I just assumed there would be charging up in that area. And there's really not that much around. Earlier when I was looking for charging in Vegas, 2 out of the like top 5 or 6 or whatever were actually full. And there said less than 5-minute wait, but I thought it was interesting that they were actually full. Even looking around now, we came to this one because it looked like it was fairly open when I programmed it in. But the ones that are around the strip by the Sphere, first of all, there's traffic was just a nightmare. I wanted to get away from there. But a lot of those only had like 3 stalls empty. So I was like, let's just go where it's not quite so busy. But this one looks pretty busy for what it is. It's at a Tesla service center. So,
and I'm bummed that we're not at a Walmart now because I could actually use running in to grab some things.
yeah.
I thought there'd be something nearby, but there is nothing.
And you can check that in the app. It'll tell you which
Yeah.
amenities are nearby in the Tesla app. We'll go into like our review of like the Tesla experience in the Tesla app in the other video. But overall, fun day of road tripping in an EV, even though it wasn't our Mach-E. Great experience overall. So
Yeah, it was 5-something pleasant hours. I definitely would have preferred it in the Mach-E, but this was great, actually. Like, I was way
Yeah.
more comfortable than I thought it would be.
of course.
Yeah.
All right.
You know, you
So,
wanna wrap it up.
We want to thank our patrons that are always subscribing for $2, $4, or $6 a month at the Whisper, Engage, or Unbridled.
You
level.
were gonna whisper,
Yeah.
and by the time you got to Unbridled, you were like, I didn't
I was
whisper
wrong.
after.
Anyways, their names are there. Don't talk about that when their names are scrolling across.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Like this video if you liked it. You can thumbs down if you didn't like it. It's fine. Tells us you didn't like it. If you really liked it, or if you really like the sphere, remember to leave that sphere
The Earth sphere.
emoji
Or an eyeball.
Wha-
Because I wanted to see an eyeball, because that's the other one that it does.
That's what
is
you want to
eyeball.
see?
Yeah.
Leave the emoji of the thing that you would like to see in the sphere. And just remember that whatever you drive, whether it's a Model Y, a Mach-E, or a really pearlescent, gorgeous, whatever that thing,
I think it's an X,
amazing.
right?
Huh?
Is it an X?
It's an X, probably.
Yeah, X.
Amazing pearlescent X. Whatever. Enjoy the ride. Bye.
Bye.